Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. We're currently in the south of France at Cannes Lion, where I'm now delighted to be joined by David Geisinger, National Offering Leader for Marketing Technology, Data Management, Gen AI, and Marketing Operations at Deloitte. David, such a pleasure to be with you here in the south of France. It's a pretty good setting here.
Pretty great way to conduct business, isn't it? It's very civilized.
Couldn't agree more. Looking forward to diving in. David, at Deloitte, you are driven by your purpose to make an impact that matters, creating lasting results for your clients and their businesses, ideas, and actions that look out for the greater good. Let's look at the current state of the ecosystem. What's the data showing you, and how is Deloitte positioning them for long-term success?
Yeah, your comment about purpose is how we're driven, and we very much focus on the outcomes that our clients are looking to drive. Not only are we looking at the key performance indicators within the business, but we look at customer performance indicators. How are we driving the experience that an organization's consumers, members, providers, partners, alliances, etc., determine success? And as such, we believe that at the foundation of that is great data. You can't build a great house without a foundation, and data is that foundation for great experiences. Admittedly, it tends to be the least sexy part because it's the part that's below the surface and you can't always see. But the reality is that the future of marketing, the future of human experience, the future of customer experience, and even the foundation for Gen AI and agentic and all the things that are the big buzzwords and the topics here at Cannes this week are grounded in the foundation of data. And that is a core principle of what we focus on, but all in the spirit of driving positive outcomes and results for our clients.
Very well said, David. And to your point, we're here in Cannes, and now I want to narrow in on your media and entertainment practice. The team brings deep sector and subsector knowledge and unrivaled experience to bear on every challenge, leveraging alliances with more than 60 global companies. What trends across the sector are most relevant, and how is Deloitte serving to guide the way through the ever-evolving complexities to give your ecosystem the competitive edge?
Well, since you've already sort of spilled the beans on this podcast as it relates to our secret sauce, which is in fact,
didn't mean to give it away.
No, you're good. Which is in fact our industry expertise, and we talk about the fact that again, industries drive the core of what we do. The fact of the matter is that great strategy leads to great development, and great technology and implementation needs to be informed by strategy. And those two need to be intertwined very, very critically and as sort of intertwined into one. As it relates to tech and media, I mean, again, this week is a great example of just how far the media industry has come, not only from a channel and an activation perspective, but also the needs of the organizations here. Right, all of these organizations are in need of the same marketing maturity, experience maturity, and engagement and data foundations as they are organizations, but also in their ability to deliver on their mission as technology providers. So, media entertainment's a huge part of what we do, and our focus is to define specifically the outcome-driven use cases that our clients are looking for. To pardon the expression, I think that every client thinks that they're a snowflake, but
love the pun.
There you go. I couldn't resist. But the reality is there's a lot of commonality with the challenges. Now the data may be wrong, the privacy, the governance, the regulatory components to that may be slightly different, but at the end of the day, everyone faces ultimately the same challenge. How do we acquire? How do we retain? How do we engage and drive loyalty from our customer base? And tech and media, just again, with the massive change that we're seeing, I mean, who knows what the field will look like, or the beach, as the case may be, will look like next year. But just imagine how much this has evolved over the past few years and where it's to come. And Deloitte is really leading the charge as it relates to not only the activation of the organizations and the technologies that are along the beach here, but also helping these companies drive their own outcomes and drive success. And Snowflake is a big part of that.
Very well said, David. And now I want to take it away from Cannes for a moment and take this one step further. Deloitte recently released their TMT and AME predictions for 2025. What were the key takeaways, and what can we expect in the year ahead?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of socioeconomic and world things impacting how businesses are thinking about experience today. The reality is that tech and media and entertainment continues to be a core escape, if you will, but also opportunity to engage. The people like to indulge in tech. They like to indulge in media, in entertainment. And we are seeing a continued growth in that space. We're seeing continued focus around delivering personalized one-to-one experiences. We are seeing a lot of work around content supply chain and the ability to more effectively and efficiently deliver that personalized content in a way that's not only operationally efficient, but also effective for the business, and giving the opportunity for marketing and these organizations to work more on the business than in the business. So those are a lot of the drivers that we're seeing today. And I think, taking into account a lot more of the first party in combination with third party data.
Right.
So, over the past handful of years, there's been a large push to collect first party data so that you could create those personalized experiences. And we're seeing tech and media organizations beginning to activate on that a lot more. So it's really exciting to see what's going on in the space. I think that the organizations are ripe for change and also excited about the transformation. And it's driving results, which at the end of the day is key, right? People aren't going to build a monument to technology or do things just to do things. They are doing things to drive results, and we are seeing that results with our clients.
Great perspective, and thank you for that big picture macro view. And in relation to the media and entertainment sector, at Deloitte, you help lead with confidence by delivering the experience, insight, and knowledge you need to drive the industry forward and ultimately really move the world. How does the AI Data Cloud power the collective insights for your ecosystem in an easy and trusted way?
So, as I was saying before, data is the foundation. And the reality is most organizations have plenty of data. That is no longer the problem. There was a point in time where data collection was an issue. And in fact, the constraint at that time was computing power and processing. And the fact of the matter is that storage was expensive. I'm a lot older than you, so I remember when a terabyte of disk was unobtainium, if you will. It was so expensive. But the reality is processing power, disk, overall ability to compute large sets of data in a fast timeline is significantly better than it always has been. And that's in large part, again, just due to the cost of technology having come down. But it's also in large part being driven by Gen AI and AI and agentic. And the ability now to leverage platforms like Snowflake and leveraging unstructured data in a way that doesn't require some massive investment in information architecture or massive investment in structuring data in a way that may be harder to maintain. And organizations are able to process through that, mine through that, using technology in a much faster way than you or I could do as humans. Now, that said, there's always the human plus mentality. At Deloitte, we firmly believe in the human plus AI perspective. The reality is you can't have empathy, you can't have ethics, you can't have that cultural impact without a human voice attached to it. Machines are great at the analytical skills, great at analyzing it, and that's where we're seeing, again, a lot of these tech and media companies who have massive amounts of data leveraging technologies to mine accordingly, to find those interesting little nuggets of data that might take years for an individual to find, but then surfacing those insights to individuals who then can interpret them and make true personal, emotional, cultural, ethical decisions based on that data. Again, it's really the core of what we see as it relates to the future of AI. Models are informed by data. Agentic is informed by great data, and you're only as good as the information that you surface up.
Well, David, the excitement is all around us. An exciting next chapter. It's all happening here this week at Cannes.
Who would have thought that this was the mecca, the mecca of media, entertainment, and now data. And
love it. It's a magical combination.
There are worse places for sure.
David, how is Deloitte showing up big this week? What's top of mind for you, and what can we expect in the future for Deloitte?
Yeah, so how we're showing up big this week. I mean, this is a great week to connect not only with our colleagues who are here from around the globe and share best practices and thinking around how we combine as one firm to deliver on the outcomes of what our global clients, right? The idea of clients operating locally is no longer a sort of a key tenet. And the fact of the matter is even though they may deliver locally, they operate globally. And so, so having the opportunity to connect with colleagues, but also through a lot of our alliance partners are here, both old and new. So we've had the opportunity to engage and strategize and think about the future and how we come together to create very unique plays. Given your earlier comment, leveraging our industry expertise and combined with our technology and our strategic expertise to really create differentiated offerings in the marketplace that drive business outcomes and broader customer experience. But also, it's an opportunity to meet with clients. I've had a number of great
busy week for you, I'm sure.
It is a busy week. We've had a number of opportunity to meet with CMOs and marketing and brand folks from around the globe, from upstart up and comers to very well established organizations, and talk about the future of marketing and some of the challenges that those organizations are facing, and not only how Deloitte is helping solve those problems, but how we see the future of AI, how we see the future of agentic, how we see the future of data and media helping and drive some of those outcomes. So it's been a great week, lots of opportunity coming out of here, but also a lot of questions. Right, and you asked sort of what does the future look like, and I think if I could predict that, we might be switching seats a little bit here, and I might have this podcast. I don't know what the future looks like. What I can say is that at Deloitte we believe the future is bright, and we believe that. And I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but we believe that because all the advancements in technology over the past year and past couple of years. I mean, we are in a moment in time where, and I've been doing this for 30 plus years, this is revolutionary. It's not just evolutionary, it's revolutionary. Very rarely do we see such a fundamental change in how we drive results and how organizations create experiences. And it's actually a really exciting opportunity. We don't get this type of transformational experience and opportunity. And that's just not as Deloitte, as a customer, as a partner, whatever that may be. And so we'll see where the year takes us. But I think this will be the year, continue to see the year of Gen AI, less in talk, more in action. I think agentic, moving beyond traditional sales and service use cases to marketing use cases and commerce use cases and other experiences will continue to take hold. And I think that there'll be, I don't want to call it a step back, but there'll be a reinvigoration of the concept of automation. Right, as in more traditional automation, business rule driven, and the ability for organizations to drive efficiency and effectiveness through more traditional automation as a stepping stone to that next generation of efficiency or delivery transformations such as Gen AI and agentic. So we'll see. Let's come back next year.
Same time next year.
Same time next year. Sounds good. And we'll do a recap and see how we did.
I love it, David. Such a pleasure sitting down with you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon.